Yes, there's a blessing with your name on it. Sorry, I don't have copyright. I can see the blessings with your name on it. Can you see it? Can you see it? That's a lie. Come on now, come on now. Yeah, welcome to hang out with me. I'm Anastasia Fechner, and our hangout with me today is taking the topic focusing on the positives. Focusing on the positive. Beloved, you agree with me that every relationship has ups and downs. Every marriage has good side and ugly side sometimes. Sometimes things are not really so perfect the way we portray them on the outside, the way we portray them on social media. For example, so many people portray their relationship to be like gold, to be like stress free. Uh, to sometimes people portray something different from what is happening in their closet. So no matter the kind of relationship we have, there are sometimes when things don't work out. There are sometimes you quarrel. There are sometimes we quarrel. There are sometimes we argue, and there are sometimes we settle disputes. Yeah, that only makes us human being. That only makes us flesh, or I mean human being that has flesh and blood in us. So sometimes things happen, and your ability to be able to settle scores with your spouses, I mean with your partners, matters. That's what takes you to another higher realm of maturity. So relationships has their good sides and their bad side. Relationship have their their better side, and of course the stressful point of view. So but your ability to navigate from the negative side to the positive side will also determine where you want to go in that relationship. So welcome to hang out with me. What is your take on focusing on the positives? What is your take on focusing on the positive? Let's know your take. Tell us your take. What do you think is obtainable in your relationship? Do we need to focus only on the positive side and forget about the negative side, or do we need to be up and doing? I mean, checking also the negative side so that our partners will not go astray. What is your take on it? Welcome, and let me know where you're joining me from. So, I've mapped out a lot of strategies today to help us navigate into becoming a better person in our relationship. For married people, it's very paramount. I repeat, for married people, it's very important. It's very important for us to focus on the positive. It's very, very important as a married person. It's very important for us to focus on the positive. Focusing on the positive here is concentrating on the good side of your spouse, concentrating on the good side of your partner, because the fact that your partner forgot to put his shoe on the right place today doesn't mean he cannot help you also remove your plates on the dining table when you left them. The fact that he forgot to put the dirty plates in the washing machine doesn't mean he will also forget to help you in your laundering. Depending on who does the laundering, who irons. So let us begin to think about how we can navigate and treat ourselves just like Christ saying, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So if you have that kind of principles within your heart, that you're going into relationship to be nice, you're going into relationship to love your spouse, you're going into relationship to be another eye for your partner, to be the second half of your partner. Excuse me. then your relationship is going to be palatable. Because if you do that, and not only you doing that, if the two parties involved are doing that, the partner, because it takes two to tango. Amos 3:3 says, can two agree, or can two work together unless they agree? So they can only work together unless they agree. So if we can agree to work together, if we can agree to work things out, things can really work out. And one of the ways things can work out is by us focusing on the positive habits of our partner. And then somebody might ask, if I keep focusing on the positive, what about the negative? What about the negative? Now, let me take you to the scriptures of Romans. It says, renew your mind. He said, renew your mind. Do not be conformed to this world, but renew your mind to be transformed. That means that every day needs a reminder of the mind to be renewed. Every day when you wake up, the fact that you wake up in the morning is a reminder to you that you need to renew your mind today. You need to renew your mind today. You need not you need to renew your mind today. You will not allow anything to distract your mind. That's a positive way of living, and making yourself so making yourself or in presenting yourself in such a way that you are also not infallible, or rather that you can also be vulnerable sometimes, because it's not like you are it's Holy Ghost, or you are Holy Spirit that does not make mistake. So when we think of that in our relationship, everything will be beautiful. Welcome all of you. Welcome DB Bomer. Welcome Michael John. Welcome Mombi Gilbert. Hi, awesome Mombi. How you doing today? Thanks for joining, everyone. Let me know where you're joining from, and let me know what your take is on focusing on the positive, especially when you're married. But if you're in a relationship also, it helps also to build a relationship. If you're dating, it helps also to build relationship, because when we target our partner's weakness every day, everything that you will see will be disgusting. And I tell you, nobody is so stupid like that. Nobody is so disgusting like that. The Lord created everybody unique, and everybody have their own kind of uniqueness. So if we don't find them, we'll be disgusted. So if we don't find those uniqueness in others, we might be distracted, thinking on focusing only on their negative side. So one of the sure way of building a lasting relationship is to focus on the good side of your spouse. Welcome, Pastor Gudrun. Blessings. So the sure way is by focusing on the good side of your spouses. Let me know what you think. What did Boma say? Boma said, good morning, Ma. I'm Boma. Welcome back from the holidays. I'm joining in from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. God bless you, Boma. Happy New Year to you. He's talking about, okay, he said, my take on the issue of relationship is to weigh in positive and negative habits, but focus more on positive and deal with the negative. Correct. Brilliant. That's brilliant of you, Boma. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you have really evolved into another realm of maturity. That is perfect description on how beautiful marriage should start with. You focus on the positive and you deal with the negative. Now, talking about dealing with negative, we should also be cautious when dealing with negative. When dealing with negative habits of our spouses, of our partners, we should always know that the negative or the negativity of our spouses, they are the issue, and the issue is not on our spouse or our partner. Let us know that, because some people use the idea. Some people want to try to deal with negative habits of their spouses, and they end up destroying their partner and their relationship. And before you know, the person gets angry and said, I'm done. And the relationship is over. And they keep doing that. They keep going into another relationship, keep trying to keep trying to like solve the negative angle, and they keep dating and dating and dating, and they never settle down. That's why you see so many singles, they don't settle, because they keep fighting, they keep trying to like stop the negative. Now let me tell you something about human being. There's something special about human being. Our bringing up, the way they brought us up is different. And if you're not my mother, there are some things you cannot teach me. Yes. And there are some things that we learned while growing up. Our parents taught us that. They nurtured us into believing in such things, so so since they nurtured us into uh believing such things, we believe that. So when we are grown up, and we become adults, it's sometimes difficult to learn something. One of the reasons why people don't last in their relationship, or why marriages don't last, is that the wife wants to start teaching the husband. The wife wants to be the mother. You're married to him, you are not the mother. And of course, some husbands too, they want to be the father. You are not my father, you are my husband. So people should know how to treat the negative anger. Now, how do you treat negative anger? You treat negative anger by loving the person that has wronged you, and try to make the person understand that this thing that happened is not like it. Don't make it too personal. I think that summarizes that. Don't make it too personal. Let the person know that, okay, fine. This could be part of your weakness, but don't worry, it's something that we can work out. So when you try and see if you can work it out and it's not working out, you can also contact a counselor. That's why we have relationship counselors to also help you, and they will give you strategies on how you can work it out without affecting the personality of your spouse. Okay, thank you, Boma, for that wonderful piece. Movie says, good to be here. Welcome, sweetie. Uh, uh, Pastor Goodron says, blessings, precious apostle. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome. Kevin Kingsley says, it's good topic today. I'm glad to be here to learn so much. Yeah, welcome, Kelvin. Let me know your take. Simon Johnson says, I'm Simon Johnson. I'm joining in from Port Harcourt. Welcome. I love my Port Harcourt followers. You guys are doing great. Welcome, Simon. And Moby says, it's powerful and educative. Yeah, welcome, Moby. Somtochuku, what are you talking about? Good morning, ma'am. Okay, Somtochuku, what's your take? Tell me your take. Come on. Let me know how you have evolved also. He says it's very important to know ourselves well and being able to learn the other person. Their personality and character will always be different. Good, brilliant. People's personalities are different, people's characters are different. So your character is not going to be like his character. So when you're in a relationship, there's a possibility that your character will never be the same. I know with time, as time goes on, as you begin to mature in the relationship, as you begin to grow in the relationship, you begin and tend to imitate one another, or the person with a stronger traits tends to influence the other, and the other begins to dance to the tone and try to like act in unison, or try to act the same, but definitely there will always be some difference. Okay, LM's Destiny, what did you say? Good. God bless you, madam, for the consistency and commitment to teaching us in this space. I'm Ellen Destiny from Nigeria. Welcome, Destiny. God bless you. And what's Ibinabo saying today? Ibinabo Joseph, another weekend to be here on this wonderful live section, all the way from Benin City. Hi, how is Benin City today? God bless you, Binabo. So we're talking about staying on the positives, staying on the positive habits in your relationship. Because when we stay on the realm of positive, we can appreciate our spouses very well. We can appreciate their strength. We can also appreciate the energy. But when we decide to go on the blaming games or focusing on their weakness, we tarnish them and we break them, and we might end up losing them. And some of the people that are also damaged in such a way they are not happy in their relationship. You see, they some of them, they just say, oh, I'm just in this relationship because of my kids. My husband is not talking good about me. He's not doing good about, all those people trying to like uh uh, they are trying to like condole and they trying to like accept the negative utterances of their partner. They get up at the end of the day, they become depressed. So, so accepting those negative traits of your partner makes you stressed up, makes your mental health to be tempered with. And nobody wants his or her mental health to be tempered with. Everybody wants to have a good relationship. Everybody wants to have a good mental well-being. And because of that, we should be trained before we go into a relationship not to torture our partner with their negative um, habits or with their weakness. Like I said, you're in a relationship as their partner, but you are not their parents. So you don't come to a relationship to teach them how to change in a day. No, you don't come to relationship to teach them how to change in a month. No, it's a matter of being patient. It's a matter of time. And with time, they are going to change anyway. But you don't come without force that they have to change now. I mean, if you can do that, why dating? Why not? If you can do that while dating and you succeed, good luck. But when you're married, you have to take things easy, because if not, you will keep marrying and it's not good. I mean, there are some people that marry two, three, and later find their own real heart, but we can save you from making mistakes. You can marry once and get it right if you are opportune to these informations, because the world is governed by information. So the scripture says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And this knowledge is the information. There are some things you need to know, like growing up. There are some things I know that now, that if I had known them before, or 10 years before, maybe my life would have also been bigger and better. But I'm still grateful for my life today, because I am not what I am or what I used to be yesterday. So I'm always a better person every day that I wake up. So I am grateful, and I'm so happy with my life. And of course, my relationship life, because the Lord has blessed us, and that's why we're also being a blessing. Amen. So let me know what your take is. Should we focus on the positive side and forget about the negative side? Let's know your take. Ibi, a great teacher and mentor. Greetings, ma'am. Greetings, Ibi. Happy New Year to you. Welcome. So we're talking about staying on the positive. Why should we do that? And how do we achieve that? Now, one of the ways we can achieve that actually is by making sure that we live to develop our positive thoughts. We live to develop our positive thoughts. You can also get this topic on my book, That You Love. The link is under the comment section if you like to join. If you like to get more on rudiments on developing your positive thoughts and thinking positively, you can also get it in that book, That You Love. There's a love principles on how to navigate in your relationship, and making yourself proud of yourself, and making your relationship something to reckon with. Okay, so that's where we can uh, navigate to get into the positive realm of thoughts. And one of the ways of doing that is to, like I said, is to develop a positive thought, and also to live positively. That is to say, you have to change your attitude towards how you react about other people's weaknesses. You have to change your attitude towards how you react to your partner's weakness. When your partner develops something that shows like a weakness, be positive when you try to also correct. Okay, because for your relationship to work out, you need to be the one raising somebody up. You need to be the one raising somebody up. Okay. You need to be the one raising somebody up, and not the one pulling somebody down. Okay, you need to be the one raising somebody up and not the one pulling somebody down. And to raise someone up means to correct them when they err, and of course correcting them in love. I think that summarizes that. Correcting them in love. Correcting them in love will also help to build your relationship. And because in as much as we want to focus on the positive side, we shouldn't allow the negative side to overwhelm our positivity. So that's why we need to also caution our partners, but don't do that as if you are their parents, but do that in love. And I said everybody is working towards perfection. So, since everybody is working towards perfection, it means the ball could also be in your court the next day. You could be the one also, and you could be the one also showcasing your weakness, and somebody out there is going to correct you. And if the person doesn't correct you in love, you're going to definitely get angry. So, the best way and the sure way to be the best we can be is to also correct our spouses, and correcting them in love. Correcting them in love. Okay. Who is posting this? Let me see your comment. Let me read a comment. Um, Let me see. Read your comments. I'm trying to see if I can open up some of the comment section. Okay. I can open up some. Okay, let's go ahead. So everybody is working towards perfection. That is to say that there is nobody that is perfect 100% 247 or 12 months in the year. So I know we work towards perfection. We try to stay perfect, but there could be a time that you can also err. There could be a time that you can also act funny, and people are like, why is she acting like this? Why is he acting like this? He's acting like that because he's a human being. She's acting like that because she is a human being. So that means everybody's working towards perfection each day. So we should also have that at the back of our mind. And if we have that at the back of our mind, life will also be more beautiful. Life will also uh, be more interesting, and your relationship will make more sense. Yes, your relationship goals will also make more sense. So everybody is working towards perfection. So treat people nice. Stop negative talk about yourself. That's also a way of staying positive. Stop negative talks about yourself. Some spouses, they damage their partner with negative thoughts. Every day you keep telling her, hey, you are dirty, you are this, you are that. Every day you keep telling that person that dirty thing or that dirty word. It's not good. You're torturing the person. You're damaging the person's mental health. So stop negative self-talk to yourself, number one, and stop negative talk to your partner. Stop saying something negative to your partner. You'd say something negative to your partner today. She tells you she doesn't like it. He tells you he doesn't like it. You keep repeating it. So what are you trying to achieve in that relationship? What are you trying to achieve in that relationship? Stop negative talk. Stop negative self-talk, and stop negative talk about your partner. Begin to confess positive things in your life. Okay, as you begin to begin to confess positive things in your life, and as you begin to confess those positive things, you see your mind will be renewed into trying to do them. And not only confession is not enough. Try to re-strategize, try to get principles that will also help you to uphold what you preach. It's like you practicing what you preach. It's like you practicing what you preach. Good morning, Mer. I always learn so much. from you. Yeah, welcome, James. You're a bit late today. Blessings. So I'll be running up today by saying that staying positive in our relationship will help us achieve the goals that we want to achieve. Which will help us build positive relationship and long life, long lasting relationship principles that can help us stay bond and together in love. So how to get that, Rem, is to help reduce also negative talk. So don't use negative thoughts about your partner. If you have corrected them, let it be that you have corrected them and give them time to change, but don't keep using negative stuffs on them. It damages their mental health. uh Let me know what if you have question, please ask now before I round up. I'll be running up in a few minutes. If you have question, please let me see your question. James Lee. James has question. How can you express anger without sounding negative? Uh-huh. That's a beautiful one. How can you express anger without sounding negative? Okay. It depends on what kind of uh, something you want to correct. For example, let me give an example. For example, when you break plates, when you mistakenly break plates, yeah, when you're washing the dishes and one of the plates falls, I mean, it falls and breaks. Do you beat yourself? You won't beat yourself. You just say, oh no. Sometimes you won't even say a word. You won't even say a word when something like that happened. But when your wife, when you're just maybe the woman is doing the dishes and one of them fell and break, hey, you start screaming. So the scripture says, do to others what you like done to you. So that is how we also control anger. Anger, when somebody does something very negative, think about that. It could be you. It could be you that did that. And if you're the one that did that, you did not do that intentionally. It just happened accidentally. So if it's something that happened accidentally, then you don't need to shout about it. You don't need to express those anger. Just keep it with, just think it. The best way to express anger without sounding negative is to be silent about it. Is to be silent. For example, with the example that I gave, somebody just broke plates. The first thing you will do is, sweetheart, hope you are not hurt. That's the first thing you will ask. Don't think about how much the dish costs, how much the plate costs. No, just think about, oh, sweetheart, oh, my darling, hope you're not hurt. Help in trying to pick the pieces and throw into the bin. Then when it's done, the person will be happy. Oh, the person that brought the plate will now be telling you, oh, thank you, thank you. And as the person is telling you thank you, you just say, sweetheart, be careful next time. These things are expensive. And once you say that, the person is not going to be angry because the person has already thanked you. The person has already seen the love in you. That is how to express anger without sounding negative. I hope I've been able to answer that question, James. That's just an example of one. Sometimes we scream, sometimes we shout. But who are you screaming at? Who are you shouting at? What about if you are the one and somebody screams and shouts? Will you like it? Don't scream, don't shout at the minute where the thing happened. Stay calm. One of the ways to handle that, stay calm at that minute and look for a proper time where the person is happy and you can now use stylishly correct whatever you want to correct. And that will happen without sounding negative. Let me know if anybody has question again. Let me know if you have question. I'm learning a lot here, which will help me in relationship with people. Yes, you know, everybody Mombi says my mentor. Welcome, sweetie. Yeah, so everybody needs to learn this. Everybody needs to know that we are all um we are all human being, and because we are all human being, we have blood, we have flesh and blood inside of us. Because we have flesh and blood inside of us, then anything can happen. So some when it and also I think one of the ways people don't understand, people don't one of the reasons why people treat sound differently when somebody when they are angry is because they have already imbibed the things that they learned from their parents. That's why I said in the beginning of this broadcast that when you are in a relationship, you are not the person's mother. You are not the person's father. So don't come and be acting like your mother in that relationship. It will not work. Don't come and be acting like your father. For example, let me use another example with a question James asks. For example, when you break plate as a child, your mother might even spank you. Your father might shout and spank you. They want to beat you. It's talking from African mentality. In Europe's mentality here, well, we don't beat our children. So we just tell them be careful. But in some African settings, if you break plate, they might shout at you. Some people might not beat you, but some they might just scream at you. And some people will come into a relationship with that kind of mentality. You want to control your spouse, you want to murder them. No, it doesn't work. It will not work. If you're like that, they will see you as an aggressive person. They will think you're aggressive. It doesn't work. So we have to learn that what we have learned from our parents can be modified. And what we have learned from our parents is something that we can use to teach our children and not our spouse. For example, there are some techniques that I taught my son, and when he's cleaning his ear, he has to get a piece of paper toiletries. He has to get a piece of toiletry and put it there. Because when he's cleaning one, he puts it there. He doesn't need to put it on the surface like that. And that was the kind of orientation that I have. That was the kind of strategy that I have. And my husband might not have that kind of strategy. And one day my son was like, Mama, why is Papa not doing it like that? I said, wow, that's how he's doing it the way his mother taught him. And I'm your mother, and you're going to do it the way I taught you. And I asked him, which way is better? He said, Mama, you're the best. You see? He said, I asked him, which way is the better? He said, Mama, your style is better. I said, yeah, work with that. It's for your own health. It's for your own good. And, but I am not there to tell my husband he has to do that. And guess what? The next time when my husband want to do that, my husband also activated my own strategy, and now it's like our own thing. Everybody's doing it in the house. You have to get toiletries and put your stuff there so that it doesn't touch the surfaces, and that's how it is. Instead of holding it in your hand, holding two of them in your hands, no. You just you might injure yourself when you hold them, the dirty one and the other one in your hand. You might injure your ear. So that's just a little principles, and that's how you can navigate. That's how you can grow with your new principles. That's how you can also influence your spouses to do your principles without fighting them, without telling them they must change by fire by force. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, I think I want to round up. Let me see if I have already disbursed all my points today before I round up. So I think one of the last points that I want to do is that stop blame games. Stop blame games. One of the ways to live positively and to work positively is to stop blaming games. I mean, stop blaming your partner for everything. Sometimes you need to take responsibility. Sometimes they are the ones at fault, but you just take responsibility by correcting that. Okay, take responsibility by correcting what needs to be corrected. If it has to be you bending down to pick those pieces of broken plates and put them in the bin. Do that for the piece to rent instead of shouting and doing blame games. And of course, stop magnifying things. There's just little things that happen in the house. You are magnifying it, talking about it, making so much stress about it. Stop magnifying things. Stop that. It's like you doing things or catastrophizing things. Yeah, you catastrophizing things that you don't even have the basis, things that you don't even have enough evidence. You're just taking it too personal, making things, spoiling things. Stop taking things personal. When your partner does something that showcases his or her weakness, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal, because if you take it personal, it's going to hurt you. You're going to feel like, hey, look at who I married. Hey, why did I marry this idiot? So you have already in your mind said it's idiot that you married. So you did not marry idiot. You just married a unique person that can make mistake, period. So don't think your spouses are idiots. And that's why your relationship don't work like that. When you begin to see them as idiots, begin to see them as because they made one mistake, begin to see them that they don't have sense. It's a lie. They have sense because they can reprocreate. They have so many qualities that you have not seen. Focus on the qualities, the good ones that are good. Stop playing games. Stop magnifying things. Focus on the issue, not the person. That's the conclusion of everything. Focus on the issue and not the person. And as you do that, your marriage will be more beautiful and blossom perfectly. Okay. Thank you, all of you that have joined. See you next week on Hang Out with me. God bless you. Okay. Bye bye. And thank you for sharing. If you have not shared, please share, share, share. God bless you. Share, 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 share. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mobi, for sharing. Thank you, all of you that have shared. Please, if you haven't shared, share, share, share. God bless you. Bye bye. See you next week. Blessings.